Hello ladies and gentlemen, Sigvalgrim here and welcome to another video. In today's video we're going to take a look yet again at some more pips against boss Superman, and at the same time I'm going to show you, as I showed you in the previous video, some alternative methods if you don't have the absolute right artifacts like the Lexcorp. Now I'm going to showcase to you how Lexcorp actually works better than the methods that I previously showed. Still, if you don't have Lexcorp, and a lot of you don't have Lexcorp, then definitely use the methods mentioned in the previous video. But today we're going to take a look at my pips from the previous day, picked out the best, and some of them have Lexcorp armor, which makes the fight so much easier, and we're going to take a look at that. And with that being said, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. In the description you'll find a link to a live stream only channel. I live stream every day, and I will live stream most likely 1 hour after this video is up, so make sure you tune in over there, check that out. And with that being said, let's get into it. Okay, so over here we're already a little bit deep in the first pip, and I'm using the King Flans Aquaman with Classic Superman and Dr. Fate. Dr. Fate's there for the power cost reduction, Classic Superman is there to reduce the armor of Superman with special 2s, and of course King will have all blades on, and we'll let him die and revive, because if he dies and revives he will be able to take full effectiveness of the all blades. And with Classic Superman, because my Classic Superman is only 4 stars and not 5 stars yet, you're going to need to use about 4 special 2s. Going in over here for a special tree, and we're going to tag Classic Superman for the one remaining special tree that he actually needs to deal later on into the fight, as we tag him in to also tank the super move, because at this point he's kind of the only one that is going to be able to tank that. There we go, one last special 2, and now we're going to let him die. Dr. Fate got tagged in. If King got tagged in over there, it would have been a little bit risky, and we pretty much could have died and lost the entire fight, but it is what it is. Going for a special tree over here. Re-engage the combo, Dr. Fate back in, and right now I don't really want my Dr. Fate to take damage either, so what we're going to do is kind of attempt to only tag them in and out when King is able to do special tree, but right now we're already in the last half of the match, so energy should not be a problem anymore. Going for another special tree, this got us to full passive stacks, we got glowing hands, and over here a smart player wouldn't risk using the super move, but good thing I'm not smart. There we go, super move on. We almost died over there. Dr. Fate back in. Re-engage the combo. King is going to go back in. Going for a fat special tree in there. Re-engage the combo. Dr. Fate back in. And over here are just keeping him locked into an infinite combo. There's literally nothing he can do. But as you'll see on the other account, it's a little bit more rough if you're not able to do an infinite combo, because that firebox on Dr. Fate is a luxury that you can only afford if you don't have other Rise of Krypton artifacts, because if you have other Rise of Krypton artifacts that are high enough level, like level 3 or level 4 to be equipped on Dr. Fate, then you are better off equipping those and you're not have the luxury of an infinite combo. Okay, going to go back in, one more special tree in there, re-engage the combo again. And over here I try and do a jump attack, it succeeds into a special tree. Again, this doesn't work every time, and you'll actually not see it here. It happened in normal raids yesterday where it was not successful, but yeah, it's not successful every time, but most of the times it's worth risking. 94 million, I'd say that's a pretty decent amount of damage. And right now we're going to get into a silver Banshee pip. We're not using the revival strategy because previously I have used her with reverse flash and Just League Aquaman, using the super move Just League Aquaman to revive her and using all blades on her. But I'm not going to do that anymore because she can't really function properly without a power reduction character. And overall, the strategy with Just League Aquaman is going to be just more stressing and yield the same outcome, except the situation where you have your Just League Aquaman built enough to be a combo builder for her, or your Power Girl built into a combo builder. But over here, only Reverse the Flash is going to build combo decently, so we're just going to stick with having only Rise of Krypton artifacts. And the thing over here is the fact that she has very bad luck on disables. She has a very bad RNG on disabling the abilities of Superman, and this tends to happen, as far as I have noticed, on every single character that is going to have less abilities than 3, because Superman has only 2 abilities, his first ability and his second ability, not counting the super move. Usually characters have 3 abilities, and Silver Banshee is most likely made in a way where she sees 3 abilities and she has a certain chance to disable one of them, and sometimes she might disable the ability that the enemy doesn't have, if that makes sense, because she's simply not designed to be used against enemies that have less than 3 abilities, because she was made previous to when we had those enemies, because they were introducing soul rates, and soul rates were not a thing when she was put into the game. But yeah, while it's unfortunate, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it is indeed very annoying. It's very annoying to deal with. And the damage is not the highest thing in the world, but as I said previously, in this fight particularly, all the characters will deal like less than half the damage they usually do. Because of a lot of things, but mainly the damage reduction. Silver Banshee in, doing some combo, special tree, and that over there I think I hit a crit actually. Like, even though the enemy is crit resistant or crit immune, there are some instances where you can actually slip through and smash in that crit. I think they are kind of unable to put, let's say, 100% crit resistant there. And that was a lethal, by the way, that not a crit. And it's something like he has a 99 crit resistance or 99% chance to resist crits, but sometimes they hit. And I don't know how that works. I don't know why they couldn't make them 100% crit resist. But hey, it's a welcome surprise, alright? It's a welcome surprise. It's not something that's detrimental to the player. Throw Banshee back into a special tree. We're almost at the end of the fight, so we'll try to squeeze in as many special trees as possible. Over here, doing a jump attack into a special tree, and that block breaker that you got on the special tree is quite useful in situations like this. And yeah, with all being said, this is the end of this fight, and we end up with a total of 9.3 million. Like, yeah, definitely not the worst thing in the world. Now we're going to go on the other account, and over here, as you'll see, I have Rise of Krypton artifacts on all my characters, so no more infinite combo with Dr. Fate. It'll be pretty much the same strategy, but something unfortunate will happen towards the end. By the way, those pips were played on the live stream, so if you want to see those lives and do a live reaction to them with the chat and see me cry about how the game is unfair and not admit the fact that I suck at the game, check the live stream on the channel, will be in the description in the pinned comment. But yeah, Superman is going to go back in, going in for a special 2. King in. And we're going to pretty much let him die at this point, because on this account as well, even though we have some Rise of Krypton artifacts, we're going to do far better with all blades equipped. There we go, King is dead, now he's back up. And his all blades is back working. And as you'll see, because we're not able to lock this dude into an infinite combo, most of the times you'll see me tagging King in right after Superman uses an ability. Most of the times. Over here, if Superman uses an ability, King going to go back in, because when after the enemy uses an ability, in 99.99% of the situations, you're going to have a guaranteed tag in. If you do it correctly, you're going to have a guaranteed tag in, and the enemy is not going to be able to hurt you. I'm going to go for a special tree, re-engage the combo. Like Superman in, because here is for Superman, we're just squeezing one more special 2 in there, just for good measure. And there we go, King almost dies here, but that was a quick save. Like, having Superman die is really not a safe play, but it's not like I can do anything for him to survive. King going back in, special 3. Dr. Fate in, and right now I have enough for super move, so yet again, as smart and cautious players wouldn't use super move here, good thing I'm neither of those. Using super move. Getting out alive, and over here I was so happy that I got out alive, and look at this bullshit, look carefully at this bullshit. He has used his ability, right? And right now I tag in right after he used an ability. I did everything correctly. The tagging timing, everything was correct here, just skip to the end over there, that's the total damage, but everything was correct about that tagging, but for some reason he's like, nah, I'm just going to ignore your basic attacks and to do my thing, dude. But yeah, getting into the meat and potatoes of this video. Over here, as you can see, we're going to have the Rise of Krypton artifacts, being the Astro Harness, the Lexcorp armor, and on this dude we'll just put a spear for the passive stats, and this is what I was talking about in the video. So the Lexcorp armor is going to be kind of the best counter to Superman, because one of the passives will be the fact that it's going to give you something like an immunity to debuffs, or a debuff constant cleanse, or something like that. So that works in a way that allows you to actually have buffs that are inflicted by your abilities, granted you constantly use those abilities. So as you'll see over here, like as I showed in the previous video, if you don't have this, you can use the Regen Matrix to revive Multiverse Armored Supergirl, and that way her passive bonuses from the special tree will work. But you can see that they also work over here because we are already in possession of the shield from the Lexcorp armor. And the Lexcorp armor is going to give us that thing called tenacity. Like, unfortunately that thing doesn't work against stuns as far as I've seen. It's very weird to define what the game thinks it's a debuff, but it seems like what Superman does to us, it's regarded by the game as a debuff. So right now we're going to pretty much not suffer from our debuff removal by the boss Superman. And we're going to be able to do our thing, and actually we deal some pretty insane amount of damage with the multiverse team. Like, yet again, it's not going to be a huge amount of damage at the end of the day, but considering that some teams, like for example the Heartbreak Harley Quinn League of Anarchy, deals like 10 million damage over here in this fight. The highest I've seen is 20 million damage with the League of Anarchy Heartbreak Harley Quinn, and in our fights the highest I've seen is like 500 million. Considering that some teams decrease that much, the fact that this team keeps close to their damage in normal rates at the very least is going to be huge. Also the fact that Flash is going to be able to interrupt the Superman's abilities, because for some reason his tech is going to help a lot. But yeah, this is for the multiverse team in this specific scenario, it's just a more complicated Captain Cold fight than usual. And I don't need to tag in and out over here as much as I'm doing, but at the same time I'm building combo with Flash is going to tremendously increase my damage. Like again, we're not using Gold Blades, we're not going to have to tag in, but tag-ins are going to benefit us. And as far as I've seen, I'm dealing kind of on average, let's say, a little bit higher damages than I was doing against Captain Cold par special tree. But yet again, the difference is that with Captain Cold is a more linear experience. You'll see me combo interrupting him a couple of times, and you can do this. You can combo interrupt by Superman, but not every single time, and it's so hard and so unreliable that's not really worth doing. Multiverse Armor Spiral special tree. Flash going to go back in. Multiverse Armor Spiral special tree in there. Special one. Flash in. Going for a swipe down. Again, with Captain Cold you had much safer tag-ins with Flash, and that's why it was a more linear experience. And if you're wondering why I'm not using Red Hood, is because I can't equip all blades on him. I have to equip a Res of Krypton Artifact. And Shazam was just free because we didn't need him in the King team. But yeah, 15.5 million. This is the highest damage I've got here except for King team. So I'm pretty happy with how this team performs. And yeah, now getting back to the Lexcorp armor thingy, this will work pretty much the same for the Batman Ninja Catwoman team as well. Yet again, I got Rise of Krypton artifacts on all the characters. And again, if you don't have Lexcorp, use Regen Matrix. If you don't have Regen Matrix, good luck. I don't know, just use King until he dies. But yeah, you can see that I'm taking actually constant dot damage because of the fact that I'm getting the buff on lethal attack damage from the Batman Robin passive, and that's just kind of absurd as a mechanic. Going for a special tree there. And yeah, like over here I was kind of trying to get him in the corner, and right now that we have him in the corner, we don't need to let him kill us anymore because we got the Lexcorp. And as you can see, the Lexcorp is going to give us a shield that's going to allow us to get debuffs, and at the same time prevent the dot damage. Like, I couldn't care less on this team about the dot damage. They heal a ton anyway. We would have survived through the dot damage, but the fact that we get our lethal attack damage is going to be huge. Using a super move here, and again, this is not a great Batman Ninja team, not a particularly well-built Batman Ninja team, but I'm just showing you guys that this works. This is a possibility that you can do, if you have the Lexcorp, of course. If not, just use Regen Matrix. If not, unlucky. But yeah, that shield is preventing every single debuff. Like, nah, that we're not taking dot damage anymore, and we're having our sweet ass little attack damage. And other than that, you just play this normally. Like, you make sure the special 2 is active at all times on boss Superman, because that, not because of the damage, not because of the healing, like those help as well, but because it constantly triggers little attack hits that increase your overall little attack damage that your team gets, and kind of refresh that. And then just use special trees, like over here with Lex, normally you do two full combos before doing a special tree, because you want to do that on a high combo. But I've seen over here that it seems to be more beneficial to do a special tree after only one combo, to keep up that shield on yourself and prevent you from getting debuffed, because if that shield expires, you're going to be able to reactivate it, but you'll have to start the lethal attack damage stacks from 0. So that is indeed quite unfortunate. Going for a special tree here. And yeah, like, when you re-engage the combo, again, this guy is not the most combo interruptible character in the game. You can do it, but it's not reliable. We're kind of relying here on the blind actually working on him and blinding him and preventing him from doing an attack on him. Like, yeah, with Bad Ninja Team, you can combo interrupt anybody with a 50-50% chance to work, though. To be honest, unlike most 50-50% chances in this game, this works more in your favor than it doesn't. I don't know why, but it does. It's the only instance where I've seen a 50-50% chance in this game to work in your favor, actually. Taking the super move here, like, we're not in danger, really. We had the Immortal, now we're going to be able to heal. Though we don't need to, because the fight's almost over. Special tree again in there. And yeah, just trying to position ourselves to deal as much damage as possible in those last few moments of the fight. And yeah, this is pretty much it for this one. Again, not a particularly good Bad Ninja team, but it is what it is. Over here we are going to have sort of a Banshee team, and there's going to be full Rise of Krypton artifacts on them, but those are going to be a little bit high level. So it's going to be pretty much the same gameplay as it was in the previous one. But yeah, I'm just going to leave you with the gameplay here, since it's not there's no point in commenting 2 times over the same fight. But I'll leave a link to the live stream channel yet again in the description, in the pinned comment. I'll live stream there most likely 1 hour after this video is released. So it will be great if you guys would join there to hang out. I try my best to live stream every day. Would love to see you there. And with all being said, subscribe if you enjoyed the content, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.